We lived in an age of wonders. We wove magic into steel and shaped the elements with our words. And yet, even in this golden age, there were stories of cities falling to darkness, of a force reaching from the shadows. We didn't believe them until it came for us. The beacons had always been a part of our world. We never knew who created them, or that someday they would return. Defenseless. We must get to the beacon!
This is foul magic. Silo, clear a path.
On it! Horns, anger issues. Remind you of anyone?
Shut up and fight. There are too many. Make for the gate. We're through.
What now?
Now, Wingrave, we light the beacon. Somehow, these markings... I can do this. But I'll need some time.
Precursor. We have to buy her some time!
False one! This is vengeance for my people.
Yes!
I am sorry.
No! Just a little longer.
Damn.
We're so close.
You've done it. The light.
Your gods are dead. Your world is ours.
I remember. I am Nis, the Blade of Shadows. My people are the Deep Eldrin, ancient and wise, forgotten by the world above. But they have been lured down a dark path by treacherous spirits. When my clan refused to kneel, our people turned against us. Only I survived. Now this darkness is swallowing the world, but it cannot conquer me. I am the Blade of Shadows, and I will bring death to false gods who have broken this world.
Praise the architects. I thought we'd lost you. We need to get you back to Skylight. There's no time to explain. You're trapped within the gloom. But with that shard, you can cut through the shadows. You must move quickly. I will guide you as best I can. It is so good to see you again. I thought we'd lost you forever. Don't worry. Your memories will return, in time. That battle took place a year ago, and you were lost in the gloom. We've been trying to bring you back ever since. Let me show you. The Eldrin attack was a distraction. The beacon was always the target. We pushed past them and found the creature who was leading the attack. And you did what needed to be done. You fought to the bitter end. And your sacrifice bought me the time we needed. There's so much we don't yet know about the beacon. But its power protects this city. It destroyed our enemies and stopped the Gloom Tear from expanding. We couldn't close the Gloom Gate. But as long as the beacon remains lit, our enemies can't pass through it. And in the year that followed, we've studied it, learned more about this gloom, learned how to bring you back. We survived thanks to you. But the damage is done. Skylight is safe and the land around it. But beyond the highlands, reality is collapsing into the gloom. There may be other beacons, other places that repelled the invaders. The only way to find out is to cut a path through the gloom. And for that, we need Wayfinders. We need you. Your sacrifice, and that of the others, bought me the time I needed to light the beacon. And the beacon's light holds the gloom at bay. It's the only reason we're alive. We still don't know. A year ago, the Eldrin attacked us and extinguished the beacon. And it was then that the gloom began to spread. It corrupts and consumes reality. The beacon protects us. But beyond its light, the gloom has swallowed the world, leaving only shadows and chaos. We don't know if anyone else has survived. That's why we need you. You survived in the gloom. You can do it again. With the tools you've been given, you can cut through its shadows. You must be a Wayfinder. We still know so little about the gloom, and so much of the world has been lost to it. We need you to enter the Lost Zones, to find a path through the shadows. You've been through an ordeal. I shouldn't burden you with this now. It's best you see what's left of Skylight, and meet other Seekers. You were a Seeker once. You've just forgotten. Before the Gloomfall, we investigated ancient mysteries. Now it's the Seekers who are working to keep Skylight and its people alive. Go to the Great Hall, up above the plaza. Wolf will want to meet you. We'll talk again after you've met with him and Lord Halar.
Wayfinder. You honor us with your presence. I fought the Eldrin during the attack, just as you did. But it was your sacrifice that saved Skylight. Wolf. Before the fall, I was an officer of the Avar Imperium. Now I command our forces, such as they are. There are all too many threats. Shrikes, breaches. But you'll see for yourself soon enough. We will have much to discuss in the days ahead, and we'll have quarters for you soon enough. Much of Skylight was devastated in the attack. The builders are working as quickly as they can. You have more important work ahead of you. But for now, find Lord Halar outside of the Great Hall. He'll get you ready for the tasks that lie ahead.
A new Wayfinder. Delightful. I am Lord Halar. As you know, my lands and the Dominion itself have been swallowed by the gloom. But even now, especially now, names matter. I lead the Arcanists among the Seekers. By necessity, we have focused our efforts on restoring Skylight. But it is my studies of the gloom that can help you, not my knowledge of arcanic illumination. What we know for certain is that the gloom alters flora and fauna, and never for the better. Where it lingers, it can consume entire regions, leaving only shadows in the gloom. What we call lost zones. You were consumed by the gloom, but you survived. Now you have the power to shape it, to some degree. The shard you've been given focuses this gift. Only a Wayfinder can enter a lost zone. But this is just a glimmer of your full potential. If you can enforce your will upon the gloom, perhaps one day we can undo the damage that has been done. But I can only tell you of the gloom. Omen can show you. Return to her, near the Gloom Gate, Wayfinder. She will guide you in the next steps of your journey.
You've spoken with Wolf and Lord Halar. I am sure you have many questions, but the best way for you to understand the gloom is to experience it for yourself. The gloom is consuming our world. Our beacon holds it at bay, but much was lost before it was lit. Beyond Skylight, you will find breaches where the gloom has ripped away pieces of our world. Using the focusing shard, you can pass through breaches to reach a shadow of what was lost, what we call lost zones. These are unstable and unpredictable, reflecting what was or what might have been. We're running out of time. The gloom is breaking down our defenses, and we don't know how to stop it. We need you to explore the lost zones, to find a way to fight the gloom and reclaim our world. We do know the large gate behind me is the key. In theory, you can reach any lost zone through this gate. In practice, there are limitations. Usually, you must find and enter a breach directly to access a lost zone for the first time. After that, you can access it and any other breach you found through this gate. But you can't just stumble into a breach. You need a connection to the lost zone to guide you through it. This might mean finding an object from the zone, or experiencing an event tied to it. For now, I have a single connection I can share with you. The Codex Halls of Aurelian. There. Go to the gate, follow the connection I have given you, and return to the gloom. The shard you've been using is an incomplete tool. Find a Codex Ember in the gloom. Then we can transform your focusing shard into a full gloom dagger, allowing you to harness your full potential. This is a lost zone. It's not a perfect replica of the world that was. It's a dream inspired by what was lost. When you return here again, everything, the layout, the creatures within it, may change. This lost zone is tied to Aurelian, a fortress monastery of the Avar Order of the Silver Codex. The Codex monks were conducting arcane research, and we need to know more about them. Aurelian was raised by raiders from the maze years before the Gloomfall. You'll need to establish your own connection to it. Yes, it was a miracle that we could pull you back to Skylight. But like your memories, some of your skills were lost. Don't worry. It will all come back to you in time. This connection I've provided is temporary and unpredictable. Look for a Codex Ember. With it, you can turn your shard into a full gloom dagger and establish your own connections. I can't guide you when you go deeper. To escape, you'll need to find the heart of this lost zone, the anchor, and destroy it. This weakens the gloom and lets us harvest its energy through your shard. Explore as thoroughly as you can. We need the supplies and knowledge you may find, and exploration may grant you connection to other lost zones. Now go, and good luck.
don't know if I should go that way or...
What is this? Something new. Something interesting. I hear an echo in the darkness. You have promise, yes. But you don't have what I need. Not yet. Go ahead. Run along home. I'll be watching you, Wayfinder.
Welcome back, Wayfinder. I was sure you'd find your way. And with an ember? Good, good. Let's get to work. The Silver Codex studied ways to manipulate arcane energies. We can use the ember you recovered from Aurelian to create your Gloom Dagger, and to establish your own connection to the ruins. You see, the shard you claimed in the gloom is a rough and imperfect tool. You need to make it a true extension of yourself, a blade that can cut through reality. Use the Echo Matrix to combine the Ember and the Shard. Visualize the shape of your dagger. You can draw on the threads of the gloom and make your vision real. Try it. Perfectly done. Woven from the pure elements of magic and drawn into reality. Now you have what you need to explore lost zones on your own. Let's review that procedure. To reach a lost zone, you need 3 things. A breach that serves as an entrance, a gloom dagger that can cut a path through the shadows, and a connection to the place consumed by the gloom. A connection can take the form of an object, such as the ember now bound to your dagger, or something more abstract, such as a memory or experience. You now have a gloom dagger, and through the ember you have a connection to the codex halls. So, what is it you are missing, Wayfinder? Yes, just so. You need to find the point at which this area collapsed. You must search the Highlands for a sheet of gloom energy, a hole in the world. Once you've found it, use your dagger to carve a path. Explore what lies beyond, and destroy the anchor of that shadow. Thereafter, you will be able to reach Aurelion through the Gloom Gate here.
There you are. Your gloom dagger is connected to the beacon of Skylight. Aside from being an invaluable tool for exploring the gloom, it also allows us to communicate through the link. A voice in the gloom? No, that wasn't me. I warned you that the connection would be unstable. Remain alert, but I'm sure it was just some manifestation of the chaos. Lord Halar and I spent much of this last year refining the daggers as we sought to retrieve you from the gloom. As for the shards, that's a tale for another time. But now, I need you to return to the Codex halls. We need to know more about the work of the Silver Codex. I always thought they were peaceful, devoted sages. Now, I'm not so sure. Our work suggests they were experimenting with a sinister force that may have been the gloom, decades before the Gloomfall. This work could help us push back the gloom, or reconnect our world. As Lord Halar has told you, you must first find the breach tied to the Codex halls out in the wider world. And that means leaving the safety of Skylight. Before you leave Skylight, I need you to bind your dagger to the signal fires here. This will strengthen your connection to the beacon and help you move quickly across the region. Once that's done, take the lift down to the Highlands and find Warden Haas. She's in charge of our defenses. I will offer guidance when I can.
Well met, Wayfinder. Welcome back to the world. What's left of it. It's an ugly business. We're fighting the Shrikes for resources. And out beyond, you've got feral beasts and gloom-spawned monsters. You'll find out soon enough, I fear. Brigands and looters. Some of them half feral from drinking God's blood and other madness. Dangerous is what they are. But what's your business here? Looking for the breach. I'm no Wayfinder, but I know it. Head out past the foundry and through the ruined gate walls. Once you get to the swamp, look for the large gnarled tree and weathered steps. Be sure to bind your dagger to the signal fire here. You'll find them across the Highlands. Never miss an opportunity to forge a connection. Again, I'm no Wayfinder. I've heard they're connected to the beacon, and each connection strengthens its light. As a Wayfinder, you can instantly move between the fires. You'll find it a useful tool. On your way then. But we could use another blade out here. These gloom-touch beasts get more dangerous every day. And the Shrikes are even worse. Skylight needs supplies, and it's getting harder and harder to find them. I know you've got your mission, but if you can kill a worm or scare off some Shrikes, we need the help.
As a Wayfinder, you alone can chart a path to the gloom. But you possess powers and skills beyond those of the Watchers and Rangers, and we must all stand together if any of us are to survive. Many will ask for your help, and I hope you will assist those in need. But it's up to you to prioritize those requests, and to use your time wisely. Right now, I need you to return to the Codex Halls and get to the bottom of a mystery. We'll discuss it further once you're inside the ruins.